Hello, hello, hello there everyone. Alex here with Luxat Games, here for round 3 of the Vintage Challenge. We won the die roll, and we have a Bizarre Baghdad and a Chalice of the Void. This one's a keep, especially with Mental Misstep. This one's a really good opening hand. See what the opponent does. Alright, mulligans to 6. See if they go to 5. We could be playing the Dredge Mirror again, in which case Chalice of the Void does nothing. Could also have a start where Mental Misstep is good. Also a possibility our Bizarre just gets wastelanded immediately, but the one activation should say is pretty far ahead. Alright, so let's see if they counter this. Cool. Let's go ahead and activate Bizarre now. Sweet, we drew into a probe. Alright, so discard 3. I feel like the 3 is just these 3. Probe them. Oh, no. Probe them, I'll pay the life. What do you want, opponent? What are you on? This might be a concession in response to the probe, since they already know everything they need to board against us. If they misstep, we will misstep back. Looks like they will just concede in response. Alright. So I'm going to put them on Paradoxical Outcome. Because they did concede there. Let's see. Sorry, I have a child also throwing a fit, but my significant other is watching the children currently. Unmask could be good. Let's go ahead and bring in 2 of those. You know what? I'm actually okay with cutting all 4 unmasks and just not being dead to Leyline. How much should we not want to be dead to Leyline? Our opponent might also be Dredge and not liking that if we bring in our Leylines. How much do we hedge their PO here? I think instead of the Mind Break traps, just because we can't guarantee their PO, we're going to bring in the Hollowed Ones as a clock. See what we got. The opponent definitely made the correct decision conceding to hide information, because now we don't know what we're against. This is a keep, though. So if we need to find Force Fodder, we have Once Upon a Time to potentially find it. Our ideal draw step, I think, here is Chalice of the Void. Mox Pearl resolves. Ancient Tomb. Oh, are they Soldier Stompy? Interesting. Let's see what they cast here. A Grafdigger's Cage. Alright, well, we're going to cast this without paying some mod costs and look for a blue creature. Blue creature. Narcomoeba's blue. Alright, sweet. So we're going to Force of Will, pitching Narcomoeba. Once Upon a Time really showing off its power here. Let's hope they don't have second Chalice of the, or second Grafdigger's Cage. Thalia is pretty good. They couldn't have led on it though, because then it would make Grafdigger's Cage too expensive. That makes sense. A little awkward to draw a Mental Misstep now, since we can never cast it. Would have been nice to be able to misstep the Grafdigger's Cage and then against the Thalia, you know, be able to force that. But I'm not complaining about getting Grafdigger's Cage off the battlefield, that's for sure. Opponent plays a Silent Clearing and probably cycles it. Oh no, they have a 4-drop. Thought-Knot's here, so I'm going to let that enter the battlefield, but I'm going to respond to its trigger. Let's draw 2 and discard 2. Or draw 2, discard 3. And the 3 I want to discard, I think, are Grave Troll and Double Amalgam. And then the opponent can take whatever card they want out of our hand. We can't cast any of them. I guess Shambling Shell is probably just the best take. They took Dread Return. Interesting. We're gonna Dredge with Golgari Grave Troll. And that was a pretty good Dredge. Let's go ahead and Bazaar Baghdad here. Stinkweed Imp. Thug, a little bit thin there at the end. Discard these 3, and pass through this turn. Alright, we've got pretty stocked graveyard now. Now we've got an Ichrid coming back, which can bring back some threats. So depending on what the opponent has, we might have been able to turn the corner here. Wasteland, that's going to definitely take away our Bazaar. Unless they have unless they have some sort of 5-drop here to cast. Alright, so we definitely want to bring these guys back. Shambling Shell, and we're always going to yield to prized amalgams too. Shambling Shell. And then we're going to Dredge with Grave Troll. Boink. It's quite a bit, but it's not much that does anything, unfortunately. Do we have any bridges? We have only 1 bridge, but that's fine. Going to attack with both of these, and then pass through the turn. So, sure. All our abilities go on the stack. We bring back only 2 amalgams, they just triggered twice. Okay, so I'm kind of okay with losing bridge from below here and trading for Thought-Knot Seer. Is that wrong? I guess if they attack with both, they're just kind of dead on the board. Let's see what the opponent does here. They still have a silent clearing they can cycle. Alright, let's see what they're casting here for 5. Smasher? Looks like a Smasher. It's a Smasher. Right, so if they attack with all here, it's lethal, but we can jump and then lethal them back. That doesn't look very good. Just Smasher's probably a good attack. I can dig this just Smasher attack. Alright. Let's go ahead and bring back this prized amalgam. Alright, we have lethal attackers in several ways, so let's go ahead and discard Thug. Stinkweed Imp's our last Dredger, but I still think we have to. Because it just gives us enough power on board to be able to kill our opponent, so attack with all. Did we get their opponent? We did! We won a match! I am so excited. We won a match. Please tell me we're recording. We are recording. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alex here with Luxat Games. Reminding you to please comment, like, subscribe, and follow us for more matches like this one. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have an awesome day. See you for round 4.